Hey guys, so I've actually gotten my life together enough to actually start a channel. It's surprising. In English, we're studying a book, and I'm pretty sure you've all heard of it. It's called To Kill a Mockingbird, and it's by Harper Lee. So, for our final project, I didn't want to do something that was just ordinary. I wanted to. So, I got the idea to why not use my YouTube channel as my project. So, what I'm going to do is I love to rant. So I'm going to rant how people don't know how other people feel unless they actually take a day in their shoes. So in the novel, there's a character and her name is Miss Maudie. Let me just say, I wish she was a real person, because if she was, oh my gosh. If she was a real person, I'd be at her doorstep every day waiting for advice because she's just amazing. Read To Kill a Mockingbird just for Miss Maudie. Okay, anyway. So, she says to Scout, which is a girl she goes from. So, Miss Maudie says to Scout that we never really know what happens behind closed doors. She was trying to explain Boo Radley and the whole situation about him. Well, Miss Maudie's right. You don't know what happens behind closed doors. You don't know how a person feels. People are very complex things. They can say one thing and mean the other, and you'll never know it. They can say they're telling the truth, but they could actually be lying, but you'll never know. Every human has their own mind. People read things different ways. People say things different ways. People think in different ways. You're not going to know everything. Even if you know everything about a person, you don't. So one thing that really gets on my nerves is if I'm upset, most of my friends don't do this because I've told them, I've talked to them about it, but someone is more likely to come up to me and say, "Oh, I know how you feel." No, you don't know how I feel. You will not know how I feel unless you're going through the exact same thing as me. You do not know how I feel. So stop saying that you know how I feel. If you could just sit and listen to what I have to say or comfort me, that would be great. But don't say that you know how I feel, because that makes me even worse, because I know you don't. You will never feel the same as another person. Everyone goes through different situations. You are not the same person. Even though you might think you're going through the same sort of thing, yeah, maybe you are, but you will never feel how another person feels. Everyone interprets things differently. Everyone has different feelings. So why say if you know how someone feels if you don't? I appreciate you trying to understand, but really, it's just not okay. So I guess what I'm really trying to say is have compassion. We talked about this a lot in class. Don't give people pity because they're going through something and it's upsetting or depressing and you feel bad for them. People don't want your pity, and if they do, they're just doing it for attention. People don't want your pity. Give them compassion. Let them know that you're trying to feel what they're feeling, that you want to understand what they're going through. But don't just jump to conclusions and say, "Oh, I know how you feel," or "Oh, I know what you're going through," because you don't, and that's what people don't get. You don't know how I feel. Like, stop trying. Like, it's so annoying. People have their own minds. Like, I can think for myself, you can think for yourself. If there's one situation that I'm going through, you're gonna interpret if there's a situation that you're going through, I'm going through, you're going to interpret differently than I am. I think differently, you think differently. There's no way that I'm thinking of the same exact thing that you are. So just stop. Another thing is, don't judge people. If you do not know what a person is going through, because there's closed doors, reference to the book, don't judge people. Just like Scout and Jem kind of judged Boo Radley because he was staying inside his house, not saying anything. They thought he was some creep. No, when Jem got stuck on the fence and ripped his pants and then got caught and everything, what did Boo do? He sewed his pants back up for him. It's not okay to judge people if you really don't know what they're going through. So don't. So the quote that Miss Maudie says is, "The things that happen to people we never really know. What happened in the house behind closed doors, what secrets." So this is one of Miss Maudie's quotes. It's a piece of advice that she gave to Scout in an attempt to explain Boo Radley. She wants Scout to understand that no matter what people believe they know, they don't know everything. That none of us really know what goes on behind the closed doors of another's home. People have secrets, and every home houses some of the secrets of the people who's lived there. Okay, so another topic that I wanted to talk about was why Mayella would accuse Tom Robinson of rape when he really didn't. So Mayella does not have a very good home life, and I guess no one would really found that as like an outstanding issue. No one really knew about it, I guess. And so I think to get attention, she would accuse this man of raping her, so all the attention would be on her, and she knew she'd win because he's black. And, you know, stereotypes like white woman, black man doesn't mix. So she knew she'd win, and she knew that the attention would all be on her. So what I'm trying to say is, no. You shouldn't judge her because she just... You shouldn't have contempt for her because she accused this man of raping her when he really didn't. Reading the book, we know that he didn't rape her. But at the same time, you have to put yourself in Mayella's shoes and see why she actually did it. You have to see why, like, what she was thinking, why she would do that, like what was the cause of her actually planning to do this and why she actually went through. Like, you can't just automatically say, oh, she's such a brat because she accused someone of raping her. I mean, yeah, it is a brat move, but like, you can't just say that. Like, I mean, you can, but it's like, no, like, you have to actually look into the situation and see where she's coming from, because if you don't, it's going to be one whole mess. And you should do that with every piece of literature, because characters aren't what they seem if you don't look into them. So, with all people, I don't care if it's your friend, your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, you have to put yourself in their shoes before you can actually understand what they're going through. So as an American, I can speak for all of the teenagers out there, RIP, and say that I am not the only one that has had my mom yell at me thousands of times saying, why don't you walk a day in my shoes and see how my life is? Mother, shout out to you. People. You know, someone can say that they're saying the truth all their life when they're really telling this whole lie. It's so scary. Like, you think you know a person, but you don't. That's why I don't like people. Alright, so I think that's about it. Ranting is hard, guys. So if you want more of these rants, doesn't have to be like about books or anything, but I like doing them about books. They're cool. It can be just about a random topic or anything. You can click the like button and you can subscribe and comment down below if you have anything that you want me to see. And yeah, so bye.